I will tell you, I've forgotten most of this game. I do remember that the goat puzzle is a thing, and that the goat puzzle involves timing, unlike most of the puzzles in this game. I know about goat puzzle. I don't know about much else. I do not remember much else, so, you know, it be what it be. Good news, as of Thursday, I've been out of... Ooh, installed a new... Yo, glad to hear. Thought been a while ride though. Didn't I thought it'd be a good idea to run. Oh, it didn't post. Damn. To run DDU. I'm not sure if I'm picking up on. Do I know? What? Oh man. I'm so in. Oh, display driver uninstaller. Oh yeah. Okay. I just don't think I've ever seen that as an acronym before. All right. I need to. So I'm trying to use the Stream Elements chat box, and right now it's not legible enough, and I need to do something about that. Probably the easiest thing for me to do right now is just drop the saturation on this image. I can figure out. Honestly, I like generally Stream Elements is much better, I think, than Streamlabs, but it is bad at some things, and I feel like its chat boxes are underwhelming, or at least I have not found the settings that I want. So let me go ahead. All right, I think that makes it. No, it's still kind of. No, it's not actually not. I think I might need to change this in. All right, let me just kill that. All right, let me just fix this in Stream Elements real quick. Hope everyone's having a good morning. The True Crime New York City run finally came out on YouTube for GDQ's YouTube. And I think I got like a burst of followers in the past 24 hours. I was like, where is this coming from? I'm not streaming. Oh, yeah, of course, every time it's going to reset. All right, let me just... All right, that should be better. I'm going to keep an eye on that. Just kind of keep that in the back of my head. I wish Stream Elements had some kind of boxed feature like Streamlabs does. That's really my preferred look, but maybe that means I just need to use Streamlabs for the chat box. Anyway, that's not important. Let's go ahead and get the game going. I don't know because while I know some basics about computer parts, I haven't heard of a computer not posting because of drivers. Oh yeah, didn't try a second time to start the computer with the new GPU. Right. Yeah, drivers are funny like that. You know, it's kind of funny. Like some people will tell you about clean installs, but like sometimes you just need to jam everything together. You know, you just need to live your best life. In terms of options, I already have it on the augmented size. It's actually kind of weird. They give you like 3 options for resolution, and I kind of want. I wish it were a little bigger. This is like a. I don't know. This resolution is probably like 800 by 600 or something. I could use a little more, but I'm sure there's a way I can mess around with that. I could probably just run it through DXWD or something if I really want. Yeah, that's a good idea, Frank. I should just check it out. Cause so like here's the thing is like it's easy to add a, so right now the way I have it set up is I have a static transparent window over top of the Broken Sword cover art. That semi-transparent window is coming from Stream Elements. But really what I would prefer is to have, you know, semi-transparent windows just under individual messages so that if there are no messages, you just have a clear image of the cover art. And maybe there's a way to do that, right? Like you're right. I assume it's the, yeah, it opens up my browser, takes me to Apple Music. So there you go. Right, the messages are set to expire after like 40 seconds right now. But the box stays right now. I mean, based on what I found. Again, I'll figure this out. Let's get into the game.
Paris, city of love, romance, and dreams. So they say. I used to say.
This is Broken Sword. It's an adventure game.
Since that day, the day of the murder, I've always associated my beloved Paris with death.
Nope, this is an adventure game. Point and click adventure. Broken Sword is a European developed series of adventure games that start in the late 90s and go through, I think the most recent one's like 2013. There's 5 of them? This particular, the original Broken Sword, I think was on PC, and there's also a PS1 port. We're playing the director's cut version, as y'all just saw. Neil Breen. I mean, you know, sometimes you gotta invoke your boy Neil. Sometimes you're in double jeopardy, you know? Actually, the only film of his I ever saw was Double Down.
When my editor called.
Collard, get your ass over to the Palais Royal now. You got an interview. With Pierre Carchon. Yes, the Pierre Carchon. No photos, so leave your gear at home. He asked for you personally. Don't ask me why. Anyhow, this could be big, so if he makes a pass, don't forget. Just smile, say yes, and keep taking notes.
Yeah, that's the one I see.
Charming and so very apt. Pierre Carchon was a media king, a national hero, and one of the most infamous adulterers in Europe. He and his wife Imelda were just one step down from royalty. Whoa, I hate mimes, but unless you humor them, they don't go away. Here I was, the palace of the Media King and the Ice Queen. I pressed the doorbell and set in motion a chain of events which would change my life forever.
Yes? What is it?
Madame, my name is Nico Collard. I'm here to see Monsieur Carchon.
Come up, we're on the first floor.
Madame Carchon, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Yes, I'm sure.
The Ice Queen was certainly living up to her reputation. Will you be staying for the interview?
Mademoiselle, I know little of my husband's business affairs, and I care even less. I certainly have no intention of watching him pore over yet another pretty little journalist.
Pretty? You're too kind, madame.
I love that a mime is using a silencer.
Talented and very beautiful Mademoiselle Collard. Such a pleasure to meet you at last.
Monsieur Carchon, I am honored.
Oh, I'm sure you are.
Call me Pierre, please. But I do not flatter you idly. I was a friend of your father. He was a great man.
My father, he never mentioned.
He and I were very close. And then his death. So tragic. I must... Imelda, your damned cat's in my study again. Another Ming vase, I suppose. Excuse me for one moment, my dear girl.
You journalists are getting younger each year.
Perhaps it's the rest of the world getting older, madame. That was no cat. My God! What? Monsieur Carchon!
Nico! That wasn't the house mime.
He's dead. I must call the police. You'd better stay here. There was a man. It was the mime. Do you think he...
Well, I believe we can rule out suicide, don't you?
No wonder they called her the Ice Queen. She would have been top of my list of suspects if I hadn't seen the attacker myself. And if I hadn't come across a couple of murders just like this already. One of the most important men in Europe murdered. And here was I, Nico Coulard, alone at the scene of the crime. Should I wait for the cops? Or start my own investigation? It was a no-brainer.
Oh, all right. How do I play this game? Move the mouse pointer around the screen to discover areas of interest, which will be indicated by an animating blue circle. When the pointer passes over an object with which you can interact, it will change to an animated icon reflecting the available action. Well, you point and then you click? Shit. Yeah, well, obviously we're going to fuck with the crime scene. Hell yeah. Okay. Click the left mouse button to perform that action. Briefcase to open your inventory, display the objects. Diary to access the diary. Question mark to get puzzle hints. Ooh, we got a hint system. All right. Spanner icon to save and restore a game. Okay. Well, let's make a save. Boop. Yeah. The mime did it. Oh, okay. Mimes. Shh. Okay. Confirm. What's in my diary? Oh, okay. Relaxing in a bath to disturb a phone call from my editor. He asked me to interview Pierre Carchon. Creepy mime. Wait, so she wrote that on her way? Okay, fine. Right. Found the mime standing over Carchon's body. Mime beckoned. I walked over, and he punched the shit out of me. All right. All right. I guess we'll make that the rule. Icy is allowed to backseat during adventure games. The rest of you can ask. Icy gets to just do it. So, there you go. All right, that's the body. Oh, in the window, bust. Oh, a bookshelf.
The bookcase was filled with obscure first editions.
Obscure first edition. Okay.
A bust of Pierre Carchon.
Ah, he had a bust of himself. What a bum. All right, I assume that's like a leave sort of thing. There's really nothing on the table. Man, this is such a good idea, adding in the little blue circle.
Pierre Carchon again. His eyes seem to follow me around the room.
He has two busts of himself?
A small round piece of glass had been cut out of the pane. This was a professional job.
I mean, the mime doesn't make noises. What can you say? What?
The killer must have used a ladder to reach the window.
Oh my God,
he was long gone.
Don't fall off.
He folded that ladder up, popped it in his pocket, and took it with him.
Oh my God, Nico. You can't just jump off. All right, let's look at his body.
Mimes and guns don't usually go together, but I had an idea that this was no ordinary mime. I'd come across this murderer before and written about him. The costume killer, at least that's what I'd called him.
Okay, but if you had a spare bust, would you keep the bust in the same room with your primary bust? Because I feel like that's a lot of risk, right? Like, presumably, if your bust is in a room and you need a spare bust. Oh, yo, Supalenko, thank you for the kind words in the Just Cause run. Much appreciated. Definitely very happy with how, I assume you're referring to the Just Cause 3 AGDQ run, but anyway, it is very good. You haven't looked at the other rooms. It's true. Maybe he does have a plurality of busts. That is a good point.
Some people hate searching corpses for clues. Me, I'm okay with it. Reminds me of an old boyfriend.
Wait, what? Why does searching a body remind her of an old boyfriend? Did she kill her boyfriend? He's got his primary bust, his hot bust, and a closet full of cold fall over. Yeah, no, I guess that's right. Also, what is this like a Cheeto?
In his pocket,
it's a ticket.
I found a ticket
Okay.
stamped Bateau de la Conciergerie.
I thought maybe he just had like a Cheeto,
Tampered with the evidence.
or that's how he got murdered.
There was no going back now.
Hell yeah. Can we play with his face?
I closed his
Oh,
eyes.
okay.
It was the least I could do for the poor fellow.
Yes, the answer is yes. Can we open them again?
I opened his eyes. Best to leave the crime scene as I found it. I closed his eyes. It was the least I could do for the poor fellow.
No, open them.
I opened his eyes. Best to leave the crime scene as I found it.
All right, this is good. What's this?
It was one of my hair clips. My favorite, in
Oh,
fact.
her favorite
it
hair
must
clip.
have fallen when I was knocked down.
Yeah, Lenko. So I watched my previous Broken Sword experience is I watched someone play the PS1 port of this, and I definitely don't remember this being a part of it. It's been years since I watched that playthrough. But a buddy of mine told me that that the director's cut specifically adds more scenes with Nico. So I think what you're telling me follows with what I know. This man has, can't be the person.
Carchon had been shot.
Yep. All right, is that it? We got nothing in his hands.
I closed his eyes. It was the least I could do for the poor fellow.
Nothing on his tie. We already looked at his wound.
Carchon had
Yeah,
been
he'd been
shot.
shot. We already got the ticket. We already got the hair clip. All right, I think he's good then.
I opened his eyes. Best to leave the crime scene as I found
I
it.
figured, for you, I feel like it makes sense. I feel like you enjoy me doing these adventure game playthroughs, even if you find them terribly frustrating. So, all right, anyway. Is there anything else? We already looked at all that. Probably just the exit now, I think, right? Because we already looked at both of these busts. Those are just books. And we looked at the body. Yeah, all right, let's peace out.
The police could turn up at any minute.
Mhm.
Somewhere there were clues to the murder, and I needed to find them.
Oh, where was the... Wait a second. Where was the vase dropped? Oh, can I not see that? No, was that glass? No, is that his body I'm going to? I think it's probably his body is I'm going to. I still feel like the vase would be the thing to find.
Carchon was stiff for the
Oh, you played
last
these games a
time.
lot as a kid? Yeah, cool. I mean, I never really played adventure games as a kid. Like, I would say I was primarily a console person. Like, PlayStation 1 was sort of most of my foundation. I played a few games on PC. Like, like your Diablo 2 or stuff like that. But generally speaking, I spent more time on console. And as a genre, adventure games were just not something that I interacted with. I mean, look, so we were introduced to the character of Carchon as being a well-known adulterer. So I think she is implying what we've already been told, which is that the dude loved to get stiff.
The door was locked.
Oh, it's locked. Locked. Nah. No, it's just a dick joke.
A medieval pageant. Original, no doubt. The tapestry must have cost a fortune. A Louis XIV table with an antique cloth. Imelda had taste. But hey, with a husband that rich, taste is easy. I reckoned that cloth might just turn out to be useful.
Why? Yo, it's adventure games. We love to pick shit up.
Even my fingernail wouldn't fit into such a small hole.
Oh, does that mean I need... To use an inventory item on a background object, click on that item and hold the mouse button. Continue to hold the mouse, drag the item. Okay, so it's, yeah, so it's drag and drop. So if I did... Wait, what? Yes. Aha!
Nico, you are just so damn good at this stuff.
God damn, Nico. How did you get to be so S rank?
Instead of comforting Imelda, I was ransacking her flat. Why? Because there was something going on here, and I had to get answers before the cops arrived. And hey, she'd been rude to me, so she had it coming.
She was an asshole, so of course I was going to solve the murder. What did I just pick up?
A key. Maybe a safe key.
Oh, it's a key. Okay.
The cloth was embroidered with an unusual symbol.
Okay, the symbol's probably important.
It was one of my hair clips. My favorite, in fact. It was a boat ticket stamped Bateau de la Conciergerie. When I was a little girl, Papa used to take me on the Bateau Mouche as a treat.
All right. Nothing else here? Yeah, nothing else. Okay.
It was a tube of acrylic paint. French ultramarine. Just the color I was after for my bathroom.
Oh, there you go.
I'm sorry, I have to go. Someone is...
Young lady, what are you doing? Oh, this paint. It's my favorite color.
For God's sake, keep the damn stuff.
Oh, man.
Imelda had talent, but I certainly wasn't going to tell her that.
Yeah, no, this is very... I really like... I've always liked the way these games look, and I was curious, too, you know, because I said before I had watched someone play the PS1 version of this, and I can imagine that, you know, that might be a little compressed or something. I have no idea, really. I mean, I guess if this is a September 1996 game, it was probably fine being on a, you know, on a PS1, you know, with a CD, but who knows, right?
Imelda had talent, but I certainly wasn't going to tell her that.
All right. Anyway, so that's Imelda. See, I'm wondering if I should go back towards. Wait, is this gonna be? This is just gonna be the table, right?
A magnificent antique
okay.
table.
Oh, I wonder. Wait, so she said she got a. This is a safe key.
A key, maybe a safe key.
I want to check if it's would it unlock a door? She said it's a safe key, but I have to know.
A modern key on an antique door.
All right.
It wasn't going to work.
I had to check. And look, there was a voice line for it. So as far as I'm concerned, that's content, right? Safes have doors. I think it's apt. Was there a safe in here? Like one of these busts maybe or something?
A bust of Pierre Cauchon.
Yeah, I'm curious what the, like, that's a thing I'm also glad about that there's a director's cut is because I haven't played many adventure games, especially not 90s adventure games. Like the closest I get to adventure gaming is I've played several Phoenix Wright games, you know, so the investigation scenes are the closest.
Pierre Cauchon again.
All right, so, all right, we probably don't need this just yet. I'm just very distracted by the idea. Nope. All right. She just gives the shrug. All right. Well, we run into a safe. Yeah, I'm sure. Well, I guess imagine it. You're right. Because you said interface, right? And that's really, I think, what the difference is, like the blue circles and stuff like that. I've also played some Monkey Island games. No, the only Monkey Island game I've played at this point is Tales of Monkey Island, the Telltale one. Which I guess, you know, all 5 episodes, the whole thing. I have not played Curse.
There was no one I needed to phone. Not until I had solved this case.
Hey, Imelda.
Excuse me, madame.
Yes?
All right. I was wondering what the interface would be like for showing people items.
I am so sorry for your loss, madame.
No, you're not. You're a journalist. Journalists don't feel sorry.
Wow.
Not true.
We shall see.
How did your husband know my father?
I have no idea.
You didn't know him? Thierry Coulard?
Pierre knew a lot of people I didn't know, most of them women.
Why would a mime want to kill your husband?
Pierre had plenty of enemies. Half the husbands in Paris for a start.
I was really hoping that Imelda was gonna say like, why did a mime kill your husband? And she would be like, didn't say.
So, her husband took secret boat trips. Did she really need to see the ticket?
Ah! How about that? You want a hairpin, lady?
Would you like to see my favorite haircut?
What a ridiculous question. Of course not.
Another time, I guess.
So this game, I believe, from what I recall of watching that PS1 playthrough years ago, is that it is 100% worth your time to show people random shit, because even if it is not the solution, it is still absolutely funny.
You're upset, madame. Please take this.
That is the lace cloth from the table. What can you be thinking?
Oh, all right. Never mind then. I'll just keep this lace cloth.
The last thing she needed to talk about was paint.
I mean, look, you need to solve the crime. I assume she means she's not going to call like her editor or whoever, her publisher. I'll show her the key.
Imelda might not have been so cool with me poking around if I'd shown her the key I'd found.
Nico said, no, don't show her the key.
Why did your husband send for me? What did he want to discuss?
I have no idea. His business was his business.
He never told you anything.
It's a really good detail.
No, and frankly, I preferred it that way. This is quite a scoop for you. I suppose you're already inventing the headlines.
Just because I am a journalist.
Don't patronize me. You're all cut from the same cloth. Do you have any moral sense at all?
What? What are these options? Of course I have moral sense. I'm a good person.
Yes, that's why I do this job.
You do it to see your name in print.
As if my editor gets the byline, I just do the work.
Well, don't expect my sympathy.
The police will be here soon, madame. Is there anybody you would like me to contact? Family, friends?
No, I have no family. Pierre and I were... He was all I had, really. Not much, was it? The dutiful wife. That was my role. He never talked, never let me in.
I know one thing, madame.
What?
If you want to find out who killed your husband, then you let me do the job, not the police.
Why? How do I know I can trust you?
What? All right, I'm going to be a good person?
Your husband invited me here today because he needed me. I think he knew somebody wanted to kill him, and he knew I could help.
I doubt it was your database he was after.
You're wrong. I was onto his killers already. I am sure of it. Please, you owe it to him.
I don't know.
All I need is a few more minutes to look around before the police come.
You really do have a moral sense, don't you? I trust so few people. And perhaps Pierre really did think that you could help. Of course it wouldn't have stopped him seducing you, too. Here, take this.
Ah.
It's the key to the drawing room next to the library at the end of the hall. It was Pierre's room. I rarely went in there. I couldn't. I was too scared of what I might find.
All right, all right.
Thank you. I promise you won't regret
You're
this.
going to regret this. Mel doesn't trust me. She let me investigate the murder. Okay. And then we got the key.
With the drawing room key.
Yeah. Okay. Narrator. She would absolutely regret this. Are you kidding me?
Now we were getting somewhere.
Yeah, another room. That's a place, I guess. Thank you, Nico. Yeah, I think the journal's new too. I mean, but I like it. Like, you know, the journal to me is one of those things for narrative-based games, like whether it be a JRPG or an adventure game, that lets you come back and remember where you are if you take a break. So to me, journals always rule. Like, I appreciate, especially coming back to a game and adding it, you know?
I didn't need the lights on. It was light enough already.
Oh, all right, jeez.
The painting showed the Cachons together, in love. As the poet said, the past is a different country.
Yeah, look at those good
Where did I
dogs.
read that in a fortune cookie.
Oh, okay, so there was a journal, Broken Sword 3. Cool, cool.
There was the very faintest of clicks.
Okay. Yes, the safe.
Behind the picture was a safe.
Nice. What is this? Is this just a giant horse pill?
In the safe was some kind of artifact.
Uh-huh.
There were strange symbols on its surface. It looked like the printer's blocks I'd made at art school. If there was one thing I'd learned about symbols,
A really old burrito.
they are always important. But these symbols scratched into stone were impossible to read. I needed to find a way of printing them. At least the stone was round. But what could I use for ink? And what could I print on? Sure, I was stealing, but I knew Imelda didn't know about the artifact, and Carchon was past carrying.
All right, well, there's like a paper surface over here, and I can use the paint for ink. That reminds me of like the those news stories where they find
time for me to lie on
like the
sofa doing
ancient
my Marie
cheese
Antoinette impression.
or the
Oh,
red
it is very
juice
popular
from
at
the
parties,
like Pharaoh's
especially
tomb.
with gay guys. Don't ask me why.
Oh, excuse me, Nico?
This wasn't the time for me to lie on the sofa doing my Marie Antoinette impression, though it is very popular at parties, especially with gay guys. Don't ask me why.
Nico, what does that mean? Can you explain that one for me, Nico? Yeah, it is a very 90s line. It's true. It's true. I don't know why the wife doesn't do. I mean, maybe because, well, the wife said she doesn't come in this room, so maybe that's why.
As expected, the desk was yet another priceless antique. Yawn. The blotter and in tray had clearly been placed with mathematical precision.
So I'm thinking maybe I can just...
I didn't want to take the tray, but I knew that I could use it.
Okay.
My heart skipped a beat. It was a carved elephant. But not just any carved elephant. It had been made by my father.
Oh.
I knew for certain because in my apartment I had its exact twin, carved into a box he had made. So Carchon had known my father. They really must have been friends. I decided to take the carved elephant. It clearly meant nothing to Imelda.
Just taking all this stuff. Adventure game characters know what's good.
It was the beautiful elephant my father had carved.
All right, so I'm wondering if I can just take this and just sploosh it.
The paint would have just soaked into the blotting paper, but the idea was good.
Oh, maybe, okay, maybe it's actually, I need to put it in the tray first. Yeah, okay, might be. I had it backwards.
I'd spread blue paint over the bottom of the tray. It was ruined. I was a very bad girl, but also quite a clever one.
All right, and then so we put the artifact on the tray. We're adventure gaming. Let's
I
go.
rolled the artifact in the paint until it was completely coated.
All right, and then take the
The cylinder was covered in the blue paint. I needed to work out what to do before the paint dried.
just in here making a mess.
Genius. The roller and the paint worked just as I planned. But what did it say? It was some kind of coded message. It read, "Sub judice." I may not have learned a lot as a journalist, but that was a term I knew well. It means a legal case that is before the courts.
Oh.
Below it was a sequence of letters that made no sense.
It's just
I
TTS.
suddenly realized there was a connection between the boat ticket and the coded message. The boat ticket was stamped Bateau de la Conciergerie. The Conciergerie on the Ile de la Cité, by the river, housed the ancient law courts. So, sub judice could, in this case, mean literally under the law courts.
It's a pun.
Below the Conciergerie. I was pretty sure I'd found all I could here. And besides, all this opulence was making me pine for my regular life of poverty. This was a huge story. It was also one heck of a puzzle with a lot of pieces missing. But I was going to crack it. And if I could just remember the name of that fancy prize you get for being an ace journalist, I was definitely going to win it
Absolutely.
this time.
Yep, found. Okay, so I gotta get a copy of the message.
Rolling out the painted
All right,
cylinder
it's good.
had given me a print of a secret message. It read, "Sub judice." Below it was a sequence of letters, S, D, S, S, D, S, S.
All right, cool.
The paint had been squeezed from the
Squeezed
tube.
from the tube. Oh, so I still have the tube too, or the.
Artifact was like an old printer's block,
Okay.
covered in symbols.
All right. Well, oh, can I use this door at all? Probably not.
Locked. Not surprising, really.
All right. Well, in that case, I think that she said that we found everything that we need. So I think that means you can probably peace out. Can we use the light switch?
I didn't need the
Nope.
lights on.
All right, fine.
It was light enough already.
I had to check, okay? Do we have? I wonder if we have anything to say to her now. Hey.
Did you find anything useful?
This carving. Do you know anything about it?
It was Pierre's. What does the statue have to do with...
Please, I need to know.
He was given it by a friend. Something to do with Africa.
He never explained any more.
No. But I think it was important to him. Always on display. Why?
It was carved by my father.
Oh, I see. I didn't know.
Imelda, I will do everything I can to find the killer.
Thank you, my dear.
And if the police ask,
Don't worry. You were never here.
I was never here.
Sub judice was the key. I was going to have to find a way under the conciergerie. I decided to head straight for the quayside on the Ile de la Cité. If there was a way of getting under the conciergerie, it would have to be from there.
All right, nice. Oh man,
Carchon wasn't the type for messing about on the river. He was up to something down here. Something that got him killed.
so a reminder: these scenes with Nico, I think, are sort of extra scenes added in the director's cut, and the it's because normally I think in Broken Sword 1 you pretty much play the whole game as George, and we haven't even seen George yet.
An old boyfriend of mine owned a barge once.
Wow,
Dampest relationship I ever had. In every way.
what does that mean, Nico? Dampest relationship. Well, so I believe the director's cut sort of kind of recontextualizes the game
The fence wouldn't move.
to make Nico into a deuteragonist. Whereas in the original version of the game, like, George is clearly the protagonist, a singular protagonist. Yeah. But like, Nico is cool, so like, obviously I'm down to play this version of the game.
This fence wouldn't move either.
Hey, Nico. Hey, cousin, let's go bowling.
The cross looked familiar. I'd seen it before. It was embroidered on the lace cloth I'd picked up at Carchon's apartment. I knew I was on the right track.
So what is with the stairs? Can I actually go up the stairs? No.
Yet.
Okay.
I had a hunch there was more to find.
Yes.
I tried pushing the fence, but it wouldn't move. A strange pair of locks stopped the latches from releasing the gate.
Oh no! You must move the rectangular blocks so the latch can slide all the way across, releasing the gate to open. Blocks move along their length, some vertically, some horizontally. Ah, shit. Ah, shit. To move a block, click on it and drag it horizontally or vertically along the appropriate axis. I mean, look, if you're trying to keep me out, it would probably be a fairly effective lock. Thank you very much. So... So these, okay, so I assume they can only move this way or this way, right? Yeah, only people who can play Rush Hour are allowed here. Use the big, juicy Brian. That's right. Where can I even, so do things only move? Right, they only move that way and that way. Fine. Yeah, because that's where we started, right? I think we started like this. Also, oh yeah, I think that's right. I think this version was also on touchscreen devices as well. Just good point. Yeah, I think we have to like get these out of the way. Yo, touchscreen puzzles. I mean, the good thing news about touchscreen puzzles. Where the delay? I mean, that's also the beauty of Twitch, right? You just up the delay, and then suddenly you're free to mess around as much as you want. Sometimes you just need a puzzle that makes you go outside, so you stop playing the game. That's really what you need. I feel like I was really on the right track, and now I'm... Folks, this is like early in the morning. I'm used to like clipping through walls, and people want me to actually do legal puzzles. Yeah, this shit's wild. Maybe I don't want this to be here, because if that was over here, I would be good. Maybe I need to undo that. Yeah, just clip through the puzzle. Simple. Simple. So simple, even I could do it. And that doesn't really help me. How would I undo this? Would I have to like put this all the way over here? Yeah, I guess what if I... Because this is where I had it before, but then that creates other problems. Right, so I can't just like move things around anymore. I'm basically going back to the start of the puzzle. almost wondering if I should reset this. I feel like I just undid everything I did. Right, because this is how I got this stuff over here. Oh, no, wait.
Yes.
Good enough.
One down, one to go.
I'm paying attention. Don't worry about it. That was intended. Intentional. How did I get to be? How did I?
S rank, so S rank. Yeah. Dan your Kim, so S rank, so S rank, so S rank. Yeah. How'd you get to be so S rank?
Damn. All right. Blocks move along their length. Move a block, click on it, drag it. Okay, thank you. So I need to make space for, oh no, wait a second. I feel like that needs to go somewhere else. Can I move the car piece? Uh-oh. I guess so, yeah. That's a good idea. Although, now I'm creating problems for myself, but that's probably part of it. All right. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by other things instead of solving the puzzle. You know how much I love to solve the puzzle. All right, I think I'm going to undo this. Or no, should I undo like part of that? No. There's no way I can, what? Undo part of it? Please. What if I undid everything? What if I just tossed it all on the fire? You can even get those across there. That's wild. Oh, see, the best part of me just like clicking buttons is seeing Icy just like respond to me. What do you pray for? Do you pray for me to live the rest of my life in block and slide puzzle hell? Because that's what I deserve. Yeah, no, some streamers do like to see puzzles. Yeah. No, it's true. That's the real wisdom. I appreciate that. All right, that seems good. I like that. No, that seems bad. How'd I end up with all of them down here? That's not a solution. Unless that helps me get everything the other way. I feel like this is bad. Because there's only 2 spots above and 3 spots below. So this block has to be down here. I feel like I've gone too far. I feel like too much has happened. next I put them in your DMs. All right. Maybe I can just reset this. Okay. Thank you. All right. Now, so this is definitely a condition, right? Like this guy is the troublemaker. If it weren't for this guy, this wouldn't be a puzzle. Because this one obviously limits the movement of that guy. I know, tall boy hooligans indeed. Hey Icy, how's it going? How's Diego doing? Y'all, if y'all don't know, Icy is my spouse. And so she's downstairs right now, probably pulling her hair out because I am just pressing buttons. This is the peace and harmony in our household. Yeah, no, well, I mean, look, random stuff worked for me last time. So y'all don't sleep on the randomness, please. I'm begging you. So this is where I kind of ended up last time, right? Where I was moving these things and I got them all like down here. And I was like, that's interesting. And and then I was like, well, that doesn't get me anywhere now, does it? I mean, I'll consider that, sure. I'll take it into consideration. Yeah, what's up, Emperor? Thank you for the good luck. I've currently met my arch nemesis, which is sliding puzzles, which I refuse to think about in a critical manner. So I always end up just staring at them for 5,000 years. I feel like I would get this one. You see it? You see it? How's it going, Icy? I feel like I'm close to something. I'm gonna hug our dog. All right, that's fair. That's a fair answer. This is where I just was. Nah, see now I've done it. Of course, this means that can't go down ever. So I would have to like get that all the way up there, but that's not going to happen. Oh, no, wait, there's room. Aha, okay. Easy,
Nothing
simple.
like a good convent education for honing your
Simple,
lockpicking
all
skills.
right? Simple puzzles with simple solutions. Maybe if you had just hugged Diego sooner, I would have been through the puzzle. Thank you very much.
For a room full of junk, that was one very
right.
sophisticated lock system. This place was definitely fishy, in more ways than one.
Look, easy. Well, it's really Diego slipped me the solution. I mean, look, our dog is 50+% Norwegian Elkhound, and there's snow outside, you know?
Oops.
Oh, okay.
Moving the skiff would only damage it more. An old shell case. I wondered what that was doing there.
Oh, did I just get something? Oh, it's an old shell
The
case.
brass case was smooth and perfectly round.
I wonder if this is a game that has combining items.
No.
Okay.
No. 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 No.
It does not have combine. I mean, it does, but
No. No.
okay. Well, the answer is the combining item interface is there, but it's true. All he needs is some elk to herd, and then he'll be right at home.
No handle. Nothing obvious. But there had to be a way to open it. The words sinister and Dexter were carved on either side. Now any good convent girl like me knows the old Roman for left, right, left, right. But what did it mean here?
Well, I assume it's S. It's the puzzle, right? It's. I wonder if I could almost just like put that on here. No. Oh. Aha.
Mystery solved. Carchon's stone cylinder slotted into the hole with a satisfying click.
Satisfying. Okay. SDSSDSS. S.
A satisfying click told me I turned it to the right position. It felt like tumblers in a safe.
D.
Another click. Another step closer.
SS. DSS.
I love the
So,
sound of
there we
locks
go.
clicking open.
Drop the pint down. Yeah, 100%. Anyway, we did that. Excellent, excellent. All right, I guess just go in the door. All right. Found a stone cylinder. Got an imprint. Oh, we got pages of diary. Found a shell case. Weird thing. Stone cylinder. Open the mechanism. Yeah. So if you're unfamiliar with the way I typically run stream, I typically alternate between two sets of content. So one of those sets will be games picked by subscribers. Right now I'm working on Cold Steel 4, and you can vote. Yeah, so actually let me see if I can bring up the so I have a system. Oh wait, yeah, there we go. So you can see here on this screen, there's a poll that's ongoing, and I have a little visualization of the current results. You can vote for any of the 6 games. You don't have to be a subscriber to vote. The bot remembers your name, so you can also update your vote at any time if you decide you want to change votes. The polls end when I finish the current subscriber game that I'm working on. I'm currently working on a JRPG, so that's a little bit of a longer game. Yeah, so right now, like for example, the next week I'm going to be alternating this game and Trails of Cold Steel 4, which is a Neo JRPG. We'll see where things take us, but. And also, of course, that applies to anyone. Anyone is welcome to vote. The bot remembers your name. You can update your vote too. Oh my god. Oh my
The
god.
slab came down with a hell of a force.
Uh-oh. Well, pull on it. Oh.
Nothing to hold it up. The cross dropped back down again.
Okay. Hmm.
The panel wouldn't move.
Okay, so I need to prop it up somehow?
Ut lex vel ut next sumito. To the law or unto death, submit. I guess these people didn't believe in liberté, égalité, or fraternity. Yes, I'll admit it. I was a swot at school. I also wore lipstick and the nuns never knew.
You wore a what at school? I don't think do I want to look that term up? Is the FBI gonna find me if I look up SWOT? Is that a 90s thing? All right, so maybe I need to prop this up somehow. I assume if I pull this up and walk over to the other thing, it'll just fall back down.
Lifting the cross.
Yeah, that's what she said, right? I was a SWAT in school.
Opened some kind of stone panel. Ingenious.
That's like the old story.
Take a closer look
When
at the panel.
is this? Oh, is a studious person?
Find a way of
Okay.
keeping the cross up.
When I went to Catholic high school, and I think it was sophomore year of high school. We had a day in class where the teacher asked for us to write down, the whole class individually, to write down attributes that would make for a good priest, because we were studying the sacraments, and obviously one of the sacraments is the priesthood vocation, being anointed as a priest. And most kids wrote down bullshit, whatever. You're asking a bunch of 14 and 15-year-olds to write down answers to what makes for a good priest. Obviously, they do not give a flying fuck. But one of my friends, who actually sometimes shows up in stream, Shank, you might see him in the Discord occasionally. He wrote down strength, dexterity, charisma, wisdom, and intelligence. And the teacher called on him and had him read the answers aloud. And you could tell at that moment exactly who knew like what the joke was, you know? It was like me and two other kids just staring at Shank, like wondering like, did you really just give the D&D attributes as for attributes that make for a good priest? And the teacher's response was really funny, because the teacher was like, well, dexterity is a little unusual, but you know, I could see it. It was a good time. All right, so I probably need to lift this up and then use an item. I mean, hey, sometimes, I mean, also too, like if you're someone who doesn't know any of the games and you want to hear me mention what each of the games are, I'm always happy to do that. I know lots of times Icy says like, what are any of these games? And so I have to give like brief summaries of each of them. Okay, so it was the shell casing.
Was propped up. Now I was getting somewhere.
Aha.
I touched the slot. Nothing bad happened, which was good. I've always been attached to my fingers. This slot was designed for something specific. But what?
I mean, is it this? Oh, we are okay. So we left that behind. Is it the key again? No, it's not the key. An old key? No. Can I just jam the elephant in there? Maybe I can just use my hairpin. No. All right. Might need something else. Just haven't played it. That's fair. All right. Is there anything else I can pick up in here? No, that's the door. I mean, I assume that'll just tell me that the door is closed, which would be a fair thing to tell me.
No way would I be able to force the door open.
I'm definitely curious what a combination action game rice farming simulator looks like. And I've heard good things about it.
I touched the slot. Nothing bad happened, which was good. I've always been attached to my fingers. This slot was designed for something specific. But what?
Well, might as well use all my items. Do I need to combine the items? I still feel like I should combine the handkerchief with something.
No. 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 No.
No. Yeah. Yo, sup, Archie? How's it going? I wonder if there are multiple things you can use to prop up the cross, and I really should have used something else.
I removed the shell case.
Yeah, you can remove the shell case. All right. Maybe, okay, can I use something else then? Maybe like the key?
This wouldn't hold the crow's egg. But I was on the right track. I needed to use something sturdier. This wouldn't hold the
Oh,
crow's
come
egg.
on.
But I was on the right track.
All right, maybe it is just the shell casing.
Sturdier.
Of course, the other thing too is there might have, I wonder if there's something I missed outside that I would need to use. Can I use the elephant? What? You just dropped it. And the elephant is a two-handed weapon. Huh. That's weird. Down here making our dog a special lunch, and he's just sassing. Oh, well, look, you know, Diego don't tip. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to the previous room real quick just to like look at. I feel like I didn't search this area enough. Like that's the exit. Oh, did I search this? I didn't click on the grate.
I really didn't want to pull the fence back
Okay.
up and risk trapping myself in this place.
I mean, what if you did want to though? We already knocked the skiff over and looked at that. Okay, let's go back inside. Oh, can I pull the cylinder back out? Maybe that's it.
I removed the steel cylinder.
Okay. That's probably it then. All right, so now we use the casing to prop it up. And then we'll use the cylinder on this. Maybe? Yep. All right. Cool.
The artifact slotted into the hole perfectly. Behind the old walls, I could hear some kind of mechanism groaning into life, but whatever had been triggered had now jammed.
No. I hate jam.
The gap was too thin for me to get a grip. I needed something thin enough to prise the door open.
Well, I don't think it's any of these, to be honest, but here I am, gonna try all of them anyway. I really appreciate her shrug at me. This is very good.
I was going to need something a lot
Yeah, I was gonna
stronger
say,
than a hair clip to free the door.
I feel like you need something stronger than a hair clip, but I wonder maybe if I need that brass casing again. Like if I remove the brass casing, what like I probably can, right? I mean, I don't think that should work though, but why not?
I removed the shell case. The cross didn't drop back down. Some kind of mechanism was holding it
Yeah.
up.
Okay. So now I have this again. Does this actually help though?
The gap was too narrow.
Yeah, it needs something flatter.
I needed something flatter to work into it.
All right. All right. Can I just take the cross? Just break it off.
The cross didn't drop back
Okay.
down. Some kind of mechanism was holding
No,
it up.
I think that's really, really good that it's like, I think that's what makes this such a compelling adventure game when I've watched it in the past is that it feels like the writing really like is there for the player, you know, that it's not just like it works or it don't work. Like you guessed what we wanted or you didn't guess what we wanted. There's sort of an attempt to be like, yeah, you're in the right ballpark. Like I wish like Phoenix Wright was like more like this. They'll be like that, like you would use the wrong item in Phoenix Wright and it'd be like, oh, you know, you just did it in the wrong order, or you know, whatever the case might be. So I assume I would be able to pull that out. See, this makes me think I'm missing an item then. Unless I need to somehow... Because the other thing would be if I could somehow... Like, I got a unique thing for this, right? It says it needs to be flatter. So the only thing I could think of is if I had to flatten it somehow, right? If I had to create a flat item. All right. Would I be able to... Yeah. Okay. All right. Crunch. Uh-huh. Sometimes you just gotta manufacture items on the fly, you know?
The stone slab had flattened one end of the shell case.
All right, so now I can take the shell case, use that to hold this up. Oh, all right. Sorry, I'll pick it up first and then prop it up. And then put these in here. All right. And now get the shell casing back.
I removed the shell
Yeah,
case.
no, the at the beginning of the game, they did tell me that the question mark is hints. So I definitely know that it's there. But it's good glad that it's there for sure. Aha.
Another good use for a shell case. Another secret room.
Yeah.
Somebody had something to hide. But what is what I was looking
I'm
for?
curious how the hint system works, but oh, you have to pin like 3 or 5. Okay. Well, that's cool. They got a bunch of hints though. Ooh, what's this? What's this? What is that? Oh, what is that red light?
Wow. Through the darkness, I could see that this was a stateroom. But for what purpose? And how did it tie in with Carchon?
All right. I'm sorry, I was distracted by that red light. Didn't hear what you said, Nico.
Amazing. The thing still worked. The room lit up bright as day.
Nice. All right, I guess that was a generator. Weird champ, but sure. What did you miss, Overkill? So we're playing as Nico, a journalist. We're in France. We witnessed a mime kill a famous and wealthy Frenchman. And now we are trying to solve his murder, which has led us to a hidden room underneath the a Paris court.
That wasn't going to help. A door like that always has something important behind it. I had to find a way to unlock it.
Oh, interesting. See, it's another. All right, I need to find out if I can grab the, if I can get the cylinder back again. I assume if the mechanism is partially broken, me getting this cylinder is not gonna close it. What? Ah! All right, well, egg on my face, fine. Unless there's a way I can jam it open.
I removed the shell case.
So I wonder, is there a place for me? Okay, so this is just the door interaction. I don't see like a way to jam something in there. All right, well, let's not worry about that for right now. We'll just search the new room. Yeah, Sub Raptors, it is going all right. I am adventure gaming. So I'll tell you right now, for the next week, I'm going to be doing mostly just casual stuff on stream because, you know, AGDQ starts tomorrow, and so typically I'm not going to attempt to compete for speedrun viewers while AGDQ is on. So right now, my plan is I'm going to be alternating between this and Trails of Cold Steel for the next week or so. So I'm ready for some very cozy times. I'm enjoying this so far, though. It's always seemed to me like Broken Sword would be a really fun adventure game to try out, and so far it's holding up.
The flags had faded, but their message was still pretty clear. Fascist regalia, a message of hate.
So right now, when AGQ's over, I think I'm kind of on the fence. I'm either gonna do more Vice City, or I'm going to move over to doing teardown stuff. Because I definitely reached my short-term goal for Vice City, which was sub-hour, and I basically just need to think, like, do I want to go for a better time with VC, or do I want to switch over? Because I definitely have my eyes on teardown. In terms of playing the part 2 content that came out in December, and then doing speedruns of full game speedruns of Teardown. So we'll see.
The flags had faded, but their message was still pretty clear.
Is this, are these fascist flags?
Regalia,
current record for VC is like a high 52. I think it's Millie's time. People are very good at GTA. Like, there is definitely there are ways that I can improve in VC a lot, and I mean, you know, I'm like minutes off, which feels like a lot, you know. So we'll see. A lot of the stuff to improve, like, there's obvious things I can improve, but you know, some of it's also just like being more effective with lines, how you drive, etc. Actually, did that VC time get approved yet? Verified, I should say. Oh, it has been verified. There you go. It's just verified 40 minutes ago. Oh, okay, cool. Well, where does that put me on the leaderboard? I'm probably like new runs. Back in 11th place. All right, well, you know, at least I'm sub 1 now. I'm faster than one of the moderators. Stay free, stereotypical. Still not top 10, but we'll see. Maybe I'll ask Coach KZ Fru what are the top things that I could do to improve in the game, and that'll motivate me to come back to it. We'll see. All right, what else we got here? Oh wait, I should look at the desk. I think about playing the game faster sometimes, not all the time though.
It hadn't been used for years.
Look, I dunk on Eben in like every single run because I refer to Ken Paul as Eben, and he still verifies my runs. So blame Eben, okay? Yeah, it's a drawer. What's in it?
Inside the drawer, I found a note written in some kind of code.
All right, what's the... Ah, shit. Substitution cipher. Different symbols have been used to represent each letter of the alphabet. Okay, cool. You must correctly match all the symbols. Oh, okay, all right, good. I was hoping they wouldn't actually make me do this and that there's like a game way of doing it. Wait, I need to clean my glasses. I'll be right back. All right, mission accomplished. Highlight a symbol, then highlight the corresponding letter. If you make a mistake, click on the go back button to step back, or you can reset the whole puzzle by clicking on the reset button. Okay. All right, so typically in these puzzles, you want to look for the articles because they're probably vowels, you know? Probably. No, they point. Yeah, absolutely, they absolutely are. I mean, life is an adventure, and adventure is about stealing things. You know, that's just it's what you like to do. It's how you like to live your life. So how does this work? If I do like this? Oh no, I need to. Okay. So I was looking at some of these small words and trying to figure out what they would be. Like if I assume this is the or something, like how does that shake out? That's usually my approach to these. I don't think it's been a while since I've tried to solve a filter like this. And then that it would be. Does that look right? Is this language? Doesn't really give me a lot, to be honest. Yeah, 2 and 2. Oh yeah, that could be 2 and 2. Because I was looking at this one too, thinking it might be 2 and 2, but I think honestly I kind of like that better. Let's try. Let's do that and see what that looks like. That already looks better. No, I've muted Wordle on Twitter immediately. I was like, I can see where this is going, and I don't need it to be on my tweet deck. I was like, nope, nipping that right in the bud. Yeah, that looks pretty promising. Now, of course, if this could be that, maybe. Kind of liking that idea. Yeah, lots of THs there, and that would make that who probably. I mean, for me, it's just like I don't have a problem with people playing Wordle, but it ain't the tweets that I want to see. You know, it's just as you said, it's not really Twitter content I'm interested in. And the good news about Wordle, though, is that there's a single unique word that I can use to mute all those tweets, as opposed to when people tweet about motorsports or wrestling, which are much more difficult to weed out of my Twitter feed. All right, we're getting some good stuff here. I think we're on a strong track here. Who doesn't want tweets about motorsports? Me. I'm absolutely sick of. There's two people that in particular who need to stop tweeting about motorsports. Well, you know what? One of them kind of has permission. Like Viper can keep tweeting about motorsports. The dude lives and breathes cars. I probably can't stop him. But I don't know. Also Josh. Whatever. Welcome to my Broken Sword stream where I talk shit about GTA runners. That's really what I'm here for. Thinking this is maybe also. Oh, I don't know. Oh, yeah. See, I feel like this L, like this could be something else. What else we got going on here? So if I go back to wait, maybe this is an I. All right, so that definitely is S then, probably. I think that part was right. Okay. Yeah, lots of is's. That could be like follow. One of these, the two hyphen Morrow. I think I like follow better. Something to follow. There's an oath here, which could be a both. All right, this should probably be in. We should focus on short letters. So let's say that's N. Thin is a word. What is inside? Uh-oh. I don't like that. SOT, that doesn't seem right. All right, F seems good. Maybe it's the A that's wrong. Oh, full something to follow. Maybe this is U. No. Fall? I'm gonna do that. Oh, what word could be AS, the AS there? All right, what else can we work with here? I mean, this could be together. Because I haven't used... Also, this is a big old word here. I kind of like this as B, maybe. Yeah, I'm beginning to suspect. Well, the A, there's an A here though. Like A, what else would stand alone? Maybe the N and the S are wrong. But this is, oh yeah, maybe this N. Maybe the N, can I individually get characters? Wait a second here. All right. What character do I have on the S right now? So maybe I make the S this guy. Yeah, the S and the N. Yep. Oh yeah, and then I make the N, that other character. Yeah, there you go. That's much better. Much better. And then now I would make that butt. Urgent. That's just urgent. So that is R is, and then G is, and then E is. Okay. Pierre, full report to follow, but this is too urgent to wait. Arno and somebody else are both dead. This is not a coincidence. Indeed, it seems that all of us who came together in blank are in danger. Take great care. Well, Pierre. Full report to follow. Arno and somebody. Yeah, well, I assume the final letter will just be like X or something. You know, it'll be... I mean, I don't have any context, but I guess it's process of elimination, maybe. Arno and Zamada came together in... Yamada? You think it's Yamada? Oh, in July. Maybe it's July. It's a time period. It's a time period is what it is. So, right, and then that makes this July. I never got the file character. Well, obviously, you know, this is it's Q. This is Q, right? That's not a weird thing to say. No. It's Z. No. It's X.
I had decrypted the note. It read, Pierre, full report to follow. But this is too urgent to wait. Arno and Yamada both dead. This is not a coincidence. Indeed, it seems that all of us who came together in July are in danger. Take great care. X.
Well, folks, you heard it here. Q is not real. Q is a hoax and a conspiracy theory. I hope that we can keep this knowledge relevant for the future. Right, it could be XOXOXO. It's a good point.
I had decrypted the note. It read, Pierre, full report to follow. But this is too urgent to wait. Arno and Yamada both dead. This is not a coincidence. Indeed, it seems that all of us who came together in July are in danger. Take great care.
Okay.
X.
All right, so we got that note. I don't know what that gets us right now, but we got a note. It's cool.
It was pretty clear from the lack of dust that someone had been working very recently at
That's
this
all
desk.
information about me.
Oh my god.
Oh my
the
God.
sheet was a printout with my personal information. Everything from my favorite food to my waist size.
What's your favorite
They
food?
were right about chocolate. But come on, guys. I'm a size 10. There was even a picture of me taken with a telephoto lens. Carchon wouldn't have taken these pictures himself. This was big and organized.
I mean, maybe they're
was
gonna buy
part
her
of it.
an outfit or
And
something.
people were getting murdered.
Also, I wish you'd be more specific than chocolate. I feel like you could probably have some more specific item that you like.
The dregs at the bottom of the mug hadn't dried out or gone moldy. It wasn't more than a day old. This was the article I'd written about the costume killer. My suspicions were right. Carchon had cut it out. 2 businessmen had been killed. One in Italy, one in Japan. In each case, the killer had worn a costume, a penguin, and then a snowman. But that wasn't the only link between the 2 murders. Both the victims had been big media do-gooders, and I proved they were just the opposite. So, how did they fit in with Carchon?
Okay, so I guess Arno is the Frenchman and Yamada was the Japanese man. All right, so is this just the? Yeah, this is all that one point in the map. Okay, and then that's the cup. That's her files. Let me just make sure I don't have to click on these again.
One thing was clear.
Okay.
Someone connected to Carchon.
Oh, did he say
had been watching
Italian?
me.
All right. Arno, yeah, European, whatever. It's all the same, right?
My articles about the costume killer.
All right. Okay, so I don't think.
The congealed coffee wasn't appealing.
No? All right. Well, I guess that is everything here then. Unless I don't need to interact with these somehow, do I? Maybe I put the note on the.
No.
Okay, I was just gonna make the connection explicit in the game, Nico, but fine. Whatever. Do we want to scoop out some of the coffee, maybe?
No.
No. Okay. Probably not then. I can't imagine.
No.
Yeah, I can't imagine we have to interact with this.
No.
No. No. No.
No.
No. Okay. Oh.
Damn. Don't you just hate it when that happens?
No? I mean, I don't know. I usually can pull drawers out without them falling out. Oh, here we go.
A photo, long lost, had fallen down the back of the drawer. It was very old, but there was no mistaking the guy in the foreground. Carchon. Behind him were soldiers, a burning village, and a corpse. The photograph was cropped on the right-hand side. Somebody else in the picture obviously didn't want to be in it anymore. I wasn't surprised. This was Africa in the 60s. An uprising was being brutally suppressed. And here was Mr. Media himself, Carchon, doing the suppressing. The photograph was not just powerful evidence. It was also my ticket to one explosive story. I had enough for a story, an amazing story that was going to make my reputation and blow Carchon's to pieces.
Oh.
I needed to get home fast and start typing.
Oh, all right. That was the thing. There you go. Suddenly, adventure game. I mean, that's part of the fun of this series, Emperor. I feel is also that like trying things sometimes gets you funny comments.
It's Ronnie.
Hey, Ronnie, you cracked open the champagne yet?
Are you crazy?
What's wrong? Wait a minute. You didn't print it, did you?
Of course I didn't print.
That's the best piece I've written.
The last, as far as I'm concerned.
It's important.
It's suicidal. You can't destroy a national hero.
He deserved it.
His corpse isn't even cold.
Ronnie, 2 hours ago I told you what I'd found. You loved it. You begged me to write it up immediately.
2 hours is a long time in newspapers, Nico.
Someone's got to you, haven't they?
Listen up, Nicole, And listen good. Pierre Carchon had a lot of friends. Powerful friends. For your own sake.
Forget what happened.
You got it. End of conversation. Good night.
Damn.
This should have been my big break, but I knew there was nowhere else to sell this story. If Ronnie wouldn't print it, nobody would.
That's rough, buddy.
Bonsoir, Collard.
Mademoiselle Collard, my name is Plantard. I need to talk to you about your story. Your Pierre Carchon story.
How did you know about that?
There are people out there, madame, who will be very upset by this story.
Oh, really? Well, it's their lucky day. It's been spiked.
Yes, I know. We must meet.
We must?
I have information relating to your costume killer stories. Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., Café de la Chandelle Verte, Rue Alain Court. I shall be wearing a grey overcoat. You must talk to no one about this.
You can't tell me what to...
Tomorrow at 8. I'll be waiting.
I mean, maybe her boss is an American. Who
People
knows?
complain about newspaper articles all the time, but not usually before they're printed. I was beginning to feel scared. This guy, Plantard, could I trust him? Should I meet him or forget the whole business? I didn't have an answer.
You know what this story needs? A clueless American. Clueless American would make everything right.
I'd only been in Paris for a week, but already I'd fallen in love with the city. My latest discovery was a little cafe, La Chandelle Verte. I was pretty sure the waitress was taking a shine to me. That old Stobart charm, I guess. Little did I know my reverie was about to be so rudely interrupted.
Oh, they spliced new animations in? Interesting. Yeah, it looked like some of that was different.
As I picked myself up, I was really angry. 1 minute, I'm on vacation. The next minute, some clown's blown me up. I knew right away what I was going to do. I was going to find that clown and bring him to justice. Because justice matters. Justice is up there with liberty. And equality. And, fraternity. After all, that's why I'd studied law, wasn't it? Well, that and the money, of course.
George. Longer due vacation. Cafe just exploded. Clown left the bomb in an accordion. It was really more of a concertina, but fine. I'll bring that clown to justice once I get hearing back. Okay. Well, start adventure gaming.
The column was devoted exclusively to rumor, gossip, and sensationalism.
Oh, man. Okay, we might be able to tell, why are we getting... I mean, look, sometimes you have to do stuff. Why are we getting specific? Because free read aerophones are a beautiful class of instruments that all deserve their own praise.
The leading article referred to the visit of a Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state.
Wow. All right, George.
I noticed the writing at the foot of the page. It read, Salah Eddin, 1345. The big story was about the brutal murder of a French media magnate, shot down in cold blood. The guy oozed confidence, like a regular French statesman.
Definitely feels like there. You can tell when there's extra compression on the dialogue. It's a little jarring, but I don't mind it too much.
The leading article referred.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just take that newspaper.
I considered straightening the table, but I figured it best not to disturb the evidence. I examined the jagged glass remaining in the window. It was broken, all right.
It was broken. All right, so that's probably going that way. It's going that way. Can we go in the cafe? Damn, this guy got. Yeah, feel that body up.
Dead guy's staring eyes turned my knees to jelly. I tried not to meet his stare as I searched the dead man's pockets. No wallet, no papers, no credit cards. The guy's
Yeah, sup, Stens. Happy Saturday. I can't believe he's like, let me not disturb the crime scene outside, and then goes inside and immediately searches the corpse's pockets. George, what is our best not to disturb the crime scene? Ooh, body.
I'd hoped the fact the mirror was already broken meant I'd escaped the bad luck.
George!
The mirror had smashed into 1,000 pieces. Bad luck for someone. Poor guy. He was pretty mashed up.
Alright, is it just the reflection of the dude? I guess it's just the dude's reflection. George doesn't even have any items except the newspaper clipping.
He was pretty mashed up.
All right, thank you, George. Thank you for your scientific opinion.
I needed a stiff drink, but I hated the taste of brandy.
Too bad. That's all you get.
I needed a stiff drink.
Fine.
But I hated the taste of brandy.
All right, well, let's say hello.
Oh, my head. Never again. How much vodka did I drink? Oh, no, don't tell me. What is your name, Sherry?
George Stobart, ma'am. You look like you could use a little help.
I could use a little drink. I feel sick, dizzy, and bruised. I don't even remember the party.
Just relax and take it easy. You've been knocked out.
You don't say. What happened?
There's been an explosion. You should try not to move.
Are you a doctor?
No, but I used to play hospitals when I was a kid. Can you remember anything at all?
No. I need a drink. Pour me a brandy.
Pour a brandy.
Is that straight or with ice?
Just give me the bottle with a cheat on it.
I guess a little drop won't hurt.
Gulp.
That's better.
She knocked back the brandy as if it was water.
I mean...
I was glad I wasn't picking up the check.
Oh. Damn. Y'all ever survive an explosion and then just chug brandy until you pass out? Because that's her Saturday.
Hey, wake up. She didn't respond. If I wanted another cappuccino, I'd have to serve myself.
Oh, George. All right. Should we check the body again? I think that might be... Yeah, we already did that. Nothing else at the bar. Yeah, I mean, that's some French medicine. Well, yeah, I guess it depends on what region. If it was from the Cognac region of France, it would be Cognac.
I checked his pockets.
Not just regular brandy. Cognac is that's also a region in France, right? That's the difference. Cognac is just a particular thing of brandy. Do I have that right? I think I have that right. All right, let's head outside. All right, well, obviously we need to talk to this man, so let's head down the alleyway here. What?
Please, hold it right there.
Oh, okay.
Don't shoot. I'm innocent. I'm an American.
Can't make up your mind,
huh?
I demand to see the American consul.
Drop your weapons and get down on the ground.
Put that thing away, Sergeant Moo. I apologize, monsieur, but I cannot permit you to leave.
Am I under arrest?
I'm innocent. I'm an
I
American.
would simply like to ask you some questions. En avant, to the café, marche.
Fettuccine Alfredo. See, the only fettuccine I know is fettuccine Alfredo.
It's an outrage, is it not?
Stop that, monsieur.
Has it occurred to you that he may be dead, Moo?
Oui, monsieur. But I prefer to look on the bright side. Besides, I recall a case where the killer escaped by feigning death. However, in this case, the man is quite dead.
Examine the girl and take her statement, if you can.
She's drunk, dog.
Et maintenant, to business. Your name, please?
George Stobart. I'm from California.
Oh, God.
And what brings you to Paris, Monsieur Stobart?
Travel. I'm touring Europe.
You chose well. The city is most beautiful at this time of year, no?
Yeah, I guess so, apart from the bomb blasts.
Were you in the vicinity of the cafe at the time of the explosion?
Yeah, I was sitting out on the sidewalk. I was lucky I wasn't killed. The inspector passed over my remark with no reaction.
Did you see the deceased enter the cafe?
I did.
Yes, I did.
Was he alone?
Yeah.
And did he say anything to you?
No, he was more interested in the waitress.
Did you see anyone else in the cafe?
Yeah, I saw the clown.
Yeah, there was a guy dressed as a clown. He was carrying an accordion.
An accordion? Bon.
It's a concertina. God damn it.
In my mind, and it is not a pretty one. Is the girl all right, Moo?
She'll live if she survives the hangover. She doesn't remember seeing a clown, monsieur.
That's odd, don't you think, monsieur? Who am I to believe, I wonder? Eh bien, I have heard enough.
What do you mean?
I am satisfied that you know nothing. You may leave. I hope this little incident does not spoil the rest of your vacation.
What about my personal safety? Can't you at least give me some advice?
What can I say? Stay alert and look out for suspicious characters.
And don't cross the road until the little man shows green.
Great advice.
I honestly believe you are in no danger, monsieur. Should you remember anything of importance, please contact me. My card.
You know, really, I've read in the news that apparently Paris has made some great improvements in the past few years.
There's not much
as far as walking around the city without getting hit by a car.
But what lurks inside the subconscious? If the door can only be opened.
Are you serious, monsieur? I thought your interest in psychic detection was
apparently the mayor Anne Hidalgo is like very, very big on cycling lane and like turning places into pedestrian streets and stuff, and that it's really taken off since the pandemic started. Yeah, no, that's what I've read, is that like really the past 2 years have been huge. The most recent mayor has really gone ham.
Excuse me, mademoiselle?
Which is interesting, right? Because especially in America, we hear all the time
my name's George Stobart.
that like
An American by the
American cities can't change. They were designed for the car.
Vacation, huh?
We're not Copenhagen.
Sure was. Sat right out in front of the cafe.
Did you notice a middle-aged man, maybe 60, with a hat and overcoat?
I couldn't believe it. She hadn't even asked how I was feeling. Yeah, he went inside just before the bomb exploded. You weren't related to him, were you?
Oh, no.
Right, sure. Some places are still bad.
Michael Collard from La Liberté.
What is that, some kind of nightclub?
Oh, no, it's a newspaper.
You're
George!
A reporter?
I'm a freelance photojournalist.
Say, you could interview me about the bombing. An eyewitness account. Minutes after the outrage that shook the whole of Paris.
George, shut up.
Real-life drama, human interest, that kind of stuff.
I'll just stick to the facts, thank you. Did you see who planted the bomb?
I know it sounds crazy, but he was dressed like a clown.
A clown? It's him again.
All right. So what was up with the man?
Who was the guy you were supposed to meet?
His name was Plantard. I didn't know him, but he called me last night. He said he had a story which would interest me. He asked me to meet him at the cafe. I guess I'll never know what he wanted to tell me.
Well, not unless you have Rosso's gift for psychic interrogation. Do you know a police officer called Rosso?
Rosso? Our paths have a knack of crossing. If I didn't know better, I'd say it was deliberate. Have you seen Rosso? Is he here?
He's inside, attempting to question a witness with his psychic powers.
That guy is weird.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? I don't wait. All right, now you're gonna make me look it up. Broken Sword, IMDb. What? All right, whatever. I'm sorry I asked IMDb. Christ. Oh, here we go. Cast and crew. It says that George Stobart is played by Rolf Saxon on IMDb. Looks like Rolf Saxon's been in some stuff. I mean, he's been George Stobart in a bunch of things. I mean, hey, sometimes the Broken Sword is not what you think it is, but still fun. Still good times. Yeah, Mission Impossible 2. Yeah. That's one of the things I saw. Yeah, we're pointing and clicking. That's what we're doing right now. I figure while AGDQ is going on, I figured I would get in some casual gaming, some cozy and casual, since all the speed gaming attention will be focused on GDQ, as it should be.
Have you met the clown before?
It's a long story.
I have plenty of time.
I don't.
I found this newspaper outside the cafe.
That is not a newspaper, it's a gossip rag.
It may have belonged to Plantar.
So, he had a taste for sensationalist smut with right-wing bias. That doesn't tell us much.
There's something written in it. Salah
No, my mouth refused.
1345.
It sounds like a betting tip. The name of the horse and the time of the race. What do you think?
I think it's great.
That's what I thought, but the name of the meeting isn't given.
GDQ starts tomorrow. Probably around like noon Eastern tomorrow is usually when it starts.
No,
but it starts tomorrow.
It could be a clue to the killer's next move.
Do you think his next victim will be the jockey? Or the horse?
She looked at me with a playful twinkle in her eye. Okay, it's a long shot.
Wow, thanks. Thanks, Nico.
Look, the inspector gave me his card.
I didn't know his first name was Augustin. It suits him, I must say.
Wow. Any runs I'm specifically watching for, I feel like a lot of the runs, it's one of those things again where like a lot of the runs I want to see are like in the middle of the night, so I'm probably just going to be catching VODs as happens to me. Some of them I might catch, like Deathloop. I have not watched a Deathloop run, so I'm definitely curious about that. There's a Beast Wars, the 98 Beast Wars will be in it. I'm definitely curious about that. Kind of curious about Hitman. The original Hitman looks like it's going to be in there. I'm just scrolling through right now, seeing, just refreshing myself on what's in there. Like all my runs, all the stuff I like is always in the middle of the night. Yeah, no, some of the directions all over the place, but like, I don't know. I kind of love that about adventure games. I don't know. Not that all adventure games are necessarily like that, but it's kind of a quality of video games because you can control the flow of things. It feels like they're always all over the place. And I mean, who can forget the, like, how they record dialogue for video games has like historically been all over the place. Like the famous story about Oblivion, where the Oblivion dialogue was all recorded on alphabetical order by line. I think it was sarcasm. I agree, Stens. But like it was definitely like really, really like dramatic sarcasm. Like, you know, like I got it, but like also like, damn, you went in for it. Oh, Lost Judgment. Faroub is doing Lost Judgment. Definitely there for that. Just seeing if anything. I mean, there's gonna be lots of like, obviously look at the schedule yourself, of course, and see what interests you. Ew, who would do that, right? God. Imagine watching a Faroub run. I only watch Faroub runs for the loud, crunchy noises. I'll say that every time. Honestly, I'm really excited. I'm really excited for Metal Gear Solid Finale. I'm really curious to see what the energy is like with a non-RPG finale. I think it'll be really cool. I'm really, really excited for that. So anyway, yeah, I really hope it goes well. Same. All right. Anyway, I'm playing a game here. All right. Well, I don't think I have anything else to show her.
See you again, I hope.
Later, Georges.
All right, she's gone. We'll never see her again.
Sergeant Moo?
Ah, Monsieur Stobart, n'est-ce pas?
That's correct. You remember me.
The retention of such data is part of my duty as a gendarme. That is how crime is fought, through attention to detail, not intuition.
Yes, sure.
Pay attention to GDQ. I mean, here's the thing. I feel like marathons, especially GDQ, can be really good just for, like, if you decide to, like, on a weekend, you don't have much going on and you want to just like check out some streams. Marathons can be really good for just finding new people. Like, I don't do it as much as I used to, but marathons were definitely a way for me to find folks. And it seems like a lot of people found me through GDQ this year, which is great. Played this game a while ago, didn't get too far. Yeah, it's definitely, you have to be really patient, I think, to get into adventure games. And you gotta be in the right mood. Because like I avoided adventure games for the longest time because I found them to be sort of abrasive and annoying. But I think for whatever reason, I am now in the mindset to get into them. Yeah, I mean, that's the way you, like, with a marathon, right? Like with a marathon, you check in because you know the game or you know the run, but then you leave the marathon on and things happen. Or like for me, typically, like during GDQ week, I'll have it on a lot while I'm working. And so, you know, it's not like I even have to pay attention, right? Because it's just noise in the background.
Did you notice the young woman who was here earlier?
The girl with the camera? Yes, monsieur. She works for one of the newspapers.
Did you see where she went?
She has gone home to develop her snapshots. She took one of me, you know. She said mine was the kind of face that makes great pictures.
She did?
Oui. I have great depth of character. That's what she told me.
Did she leave her address?
No, monsieur. But I have her telephone number. 50 48 26 17.
Thanks.
She said to call her in a few days when the photographs are ready. I thought I'd take the best shot of me and use it for personalized Christmas cards.
Great idea, Sergeant. I'm sure your family and friends will be astounded. I was one of the last people to see the victim alive, Sergeant.
Does that worry you?
Yes, it does. I feel I owe it to him.
George.
To find his killer.
George.
That is best left to the authorities, monsieur. Did he speak to you? Tell you anything?
No. He just grinned and nodded.
Don't let it trouble you, monsieur. Go home and try to forget.
Mail's here. Diego just started borking.
What is Rosso doing with that girl?
He is giving her the once-over, as you Americans say. Once he gets his teeth into a case, nothing will shake him off.
I found this in the street, Sergeant.
I'm innocent. I'm an American.
It's a newspaper.
Make up your mind.
There's a note written on it. Salah Eddin, 1345.
Aha!
That stumped you, hasn't it?
I have never been stumped, as you put it, in my life, monsieur. It is the name assumed by the clown, no?
Salah Eddin the clown? I don't think so. Look, Sergeant, the inspector gave me his card.
Yes, monsieur. He
Yes,
wants
monsieur.
you to advise him if you have any information concerning this case.
Well, I'd be glad to talk with him, but I don't want him working his psycho weirdness on me.
Ah, no, monsieur. You are confusing the science of parapsychology with witchcraft.
Oh, yeah? What's the difference?
We don't do sacrifices.
All right. Well, that's an explanation,
later,
I suppose. Oh boy. All right. Well, wait. Can I not go over to the right here? I thought there was a. All right. We haven't gone down this way.
The clown had fled into this alley, but there was no sign of him. I was intrigued by Nico and what she could tell me about the explosion.
Well, time to start looking at things.
I took a deep breath and prepared to climb the drain pipe.
Oh.
I guess the clown hadn't escaped over the rooftops.
George!
I decided I'd had enough of messing with that drain pipe.
George! Okay.
It smelled like someone had dumped a truckload of fish in a locker room on a hot summer afternoon.
That makes me think of that Something Awful story about the dumpster full of rats. I think I've pasted that story like twice into the Discord. Even twice last year. The story kills me every time. You don't think you've seen that one? Wait, I wonder if you... Okay, let me just see. Okay, if you search rats, you'll find a spoiler tagged message from December 16th, and that will contain the story in 2 chunks. It's a classic Something Awful story. It shows up like every so often in the Yosha thread usually. You gonna do this, George? You gonna pull this up with your bare hands?
The cover was too heavy and awkward to lift with my bare hands.
All right. I was waiting for a cat to jump out.
There was nothing of interest.
All right, so we probably need some implement to get into the sewers. We clicked on all those things. There's nothing over here. Clicked on that. Kick it again. Yeah.
There was nothing of interest.
All right, let's go down the other alleyway because we didn't actually talk to the dude. Excuse me, sir.
Hey, you!
I thought you'd been arrested.
No, it was a misunderstanding.
When he pulled that gun, I thought that was it. Those automatics pack quite a punch, you know?
He made a mistake. He thought I was a terrorist.
You? A terrorist? Ha!
He was only doing his duty, I guess. Did you see an old guy with a briefcase?
Wait, silly old coot. Do you know what he said to me? Work fascinates me.
Yeah, good story, right?
I could watch it all day. Care beat. I could have knocked his block off.
Did you recognize the old man?
No. Should I have done? Was he a celebrity?
No, but I guess he is now. His name was Plantar.
Was? He's dead then?
Yeah.
That's too bad. Now I wish I hadn't called him what I did. If only I could turn back the clock. If only I'd been more tolerant.
Regret and remorse are strange emotions. They really bring out the hammiest actors in people. Did you see a clown come by this way?
A clown? Like in a circus?
Yeah, with makeup and a big red nose.
Oh, those guys are funny, aren't they?
Not in my experience.
I love the circus, especially the horses.
You haven't answered my question. Have you seen a clown?
You think I've got time to watch everyone who passes by? Some of us have to work for a living.
Look, I know you're busy, but surely you'd have noticed a clown.
I told you already. I didn't see a thing.
He was wearing multicolored baggy trousers and makeup.
He'd be a poor sort of clown if he didn't.
God, this game kills me.
Listen, I have to find that clown. He's a killer.
Say, who are you anyhow? A cop?
No, of course not. I mean, do I look like a cop?
No, but you act like one, sticking your nose in where it's not wanted. How do you know this guy's a killer? Did you see him in action?
Didn't you hear the explosion? The cafe was blown up.
I wondered what that bang was. Any bodies?
Yeah, an old man was killed.
Merde. I didn't think it was that serious. What about the waitress?
Oh, she's fine.
Thank the saints.
All right.
Would you like to read my newspaper?
I haven't got time to read that. Can't you see I'm busy?
You could read it on your lunch break.
10 minutes is all I get. And if my boss had his way, I wouldn't get that. He'd have me on a drip, so I didn't have to stop to eat.
Oh, take the newspaper and quit complaining.
Pah! Look at this. Damn bleeding heart liberals. Tcha! Save the dolphins. Catch them and eat them, I say. All that fuss over a bunch of fish. Nah, that's more like it. Look at the size of those. Like champagne bottle corks, no? Ah, what's this? Saladin running in the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe.
It's a racehorse?
A horse? A legend. Bucephalus reborn, mon ami. Like a streak of lightning she is.
All right.
Do me a favor, won't you? Keep an eye on my hole. I'm off to put some money on that nag.
What about your toolbox?
Stuff it. Help yourself.
Oh, all right. So I guess I needed his tools. Love to bait a dude with horse racing information so I can steal his tools. Perfect. All right. Well, I guess that's what the newspaper was for.
I'd found just what I wanted. A tool for lifting manhole covers.
Huge success.
It was a metal rod with a handle at one end and a short cross piece at the other.
I really love the like triumphant music too. So good. Wait, what? Oh, is that a phone?
Hello, Nico Coulard.
Hello? It's George.
Oh, hi.
Well, I haven't had a lot of luck.
You found nothing?
No.
Look, I'm very busy right now. Call me if you have any news, okay?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Adieu, monsieur.
Okay, so that's a phone. Well, anyway, we got the tools, so let's go lift a manhole cover. Good job, George. Really got him that time.
I lifted the cover to reveal what smelt like the entrance to a sewer.
All right. Well, I don't know if Tapioca is here, but cross off your check mark for a sewer level. Yeah, no, it really does. Per second to per hour. Is very good. I was hoping George would just go in head first. All right. I think Tap isn't here, so I'm going to put Tap on blast real quick. Someone asked him yesterday what his least favorite RPG series was, and he said Trails. I've never felt so personally attacked in my life. Anyway.
As I picked up the plastic ball, I realized it was intended to be worn.
It was
the clown's
clown nose.
Red nose. The nose was hollow. Printed on the inside were the words La Risée du Monde, Paris. It was a bright red plastic nose, part of a clown's costume.
All right. Okay, so that goes to the next area of the sewers, and that goes back upstairs. All right. Played the first part countless times as a kid. The sewer was the point. Oh, that the PlayStation Magazine demo ended. Interesting. I wonder. I wonder what demo that was. Emperor, do you remember what demo disc series that was? Because that definitely wasn't PlayStation Underground. It must have been a different series of demo discs. I guess maybe it was the, I'm curious now.
I scooped up the sodden tissue. It was cold and greasy.
Yeah, well, I mean, look.
Breakfast leftovers.
There's a lot of shit in Paris, so.
It was the soggy tissue I'd found in the sewers.
Can I combine the tissue and the nose? Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Never been in it besides the crime cavern under New York City. All right. So there's the way up. All right. Where do you think we're gonna come up? We're gonna come up in some place ridiculous, right?
I took hold of the scrap of material and unsnagged it from the spike.
All right. What was that?
It was the scrap of material I'd found in the
Yes.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
All right. Well, I'm glad I accidentally clicked on the scrap of material before clicking on the ladder. Oh.
Hi there. Hold it right there, you sewer rat. I knew you'd come back. And now I've got you.
What are you talking about?
You're trespassing. Come out of there, immediately.
That's what I'm trying to do. Give me your hand.
Ha! You won't catch me with tricks like that. Keep your distance, monsieur.
Okay, okay.
Now, what were you looking for?
I was looking for a clown.
I was looking for a clown.
Huh, ridiculous. Do you really expect me to believe that?
He planted a bomb in the cafe and blew it up.
What? The cafe?
The cafe?
Blown up? Mon Dieu. That is awful. And you say the person responsible was dressed as a clown?
That's right.
Oh, okay. No problem, Emperor. I appreciate that, though.
Escaped into the sewer, changed his clothes, and came
UK
up
official
here.
place too. I'll have to look up. I'll have to look up and see if that demo series is available.
The man I chased. Do you think that man and the clown are one and the same?
Well,
Arkanoid minigame during installation.
Ah, that still does not explain what you are doing down the sewer. For all I know, you are in league with him.
Oh no, I'm just a tourist.
Haha, most tourists are content with the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, or the Pigalle. I didn't realize my waste pipes were such an attraction.
Well, I can show him the nose. Well, I'll ask more about the clown.
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
What is there to tell? He was a typical criminal type, just like you.
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
Oh, she isn't hurt, is she?
No, she's fine.
Oh, thank heavens. A poor girl like her isn't safe with the likes of you roaming the streets.
Can't you understand? I'm not a gangster. I'm an American tourist.
Revachal. Installer minigames. I wonder if that would be considered in the same area as loading screen minigame, because obviously, you know, the famous thing was that Namco, I think, had a patent. I don't know how broad the patent was. You'd obviously have to look at the claim language for the patent to know what exactly it covered, but I could see people being like, well, I'll just stay away from installer minigame.
Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't. Who is he?
The man who was killed in the cafe. I'm gonna find the guy responsible. I'll find him. Even if it means following him down every sewer in every
I mean, installation doesn't take as long as it used to, right?
You need some.
Depending on, it's usually dependent on your download speed, really. That's usually the biggest holdup.
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
I didn't notice. Now are you going to leave? Or do I have to call the police?
Nope, I have to show you the rest of my stuff. Would you like my manhole cover remover? Right, back then, exactly. Installing a game used to be a big deal.
This is what I used to open the manhole cover.
Just as I thought. You were up to no good down those sewers, weren't you?
One slip and I would have been up to my neck. Perhaps you'd like to take a look at my card?
Mm-hmm. What is this? Inspector Augustin Rousseau? What does that say? Hominoid Division?
A homicide. I think the ink's smudged.
Mm-hmm. Then you are not a tourist.
Okay, I'm not. I lied to you, and I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, monsieur. You know, I had a feeling there was something different about you. It is your posture, your poise. Oh, yes. There is no mistaking the bearing of a disciplined man. And I should know. I was in the army, you know. When I was your age, I was fighting for my life in the African desert. How can I help you, Inspector?
Uh-huh.
Take a look at this false nose.
Aha! That looks like a clown's nose to me.
Precisely. He must have dropped it in his panic.
Unless he wanted you to find it.
Why would he want to do that?
To put you off the scent.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur. It's disgusting. What on earth possessed you to show it to me? Someone has emptied their nostrils into it.
Does this piece of material mean anything to you?
Ah, that is the same cloth as the jacket I found. I'd recognize that pattern anywhere.
Now, about the jacket you found. Do you have it here?
No, monsieur. One of the sleeves was badly torn, so I sent it for repair. A pity, because otherwise it was a fine piece of quality tailoring. It had the tailor's name inside on the label.
Okay, what was it?
Where did you send the jacket?
I gave it to an itinerant Romani seamstress.
Just my luck.
Who?
Was there anything in the jacket pockets?
Not a sou. You know what I think?
Do tell me.
He changed out of the clown suit and cunningly disguised himself as an ordinary person.
Looks like I'm up against a mastermind. What was the name on the label?
Ah, it was a foreign name. Todrick, I think.
Did you get the address?
There wasn't one, monsieur. Only a telephone number.
Well, I don't expect you to remember a phone number you've only seen once.
74 98 08 59.
You're kidding. That's his phone number?
Yes, that's it. A little trick with numbers that I learned in the desert. I was taught the technique by a Tuareg shaman.
That's incredible.
It comes in handy at the supermarket checkout. Do I get a reward?
Honesty, monsieur, is its own reward.
Then I'm glad I do not rely on honesty to pay the bills.
This game has an incredible sense of humor.
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
You can't suspect her, surely.
Just answer the question, please.
Yes, I know her. Quite well, you could say. She came to work at the cafe 6, 7 months ago. I look forward all week to the relief she gives me when she visits.
Really? So you'd miss her if she wasn't there?
Oh, mais oui. Who else would I find to cut my toenails?
Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
Why, yes, he was. Clutched in his arms like a baby.
That belonged to his victim.
Oh, what do you think was in it? Drugs? Stolen jewels?
I don't know. But the killer thought it was worth a man's life.
Nothing is worth that, monsieur.
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
He was a mean one, monsieur. He grabbed me in an armlock. His face suddenly next to mine. His grip was like iron. But he did not know what he was up against. Oh no. He made a big mistake when he took on one of the desert hyenas.
Yes, I get the picture.
All right. Well, I think that is about it then. We got a phone number out of him, so that's something.
I have to be going. Thanks to your help, the citizens of Paris can sleep a little easier tonight.
Vraiment? I was only doing my duty, monsieur. Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon.
Well, I'm sure pretending to be a policeman won't come back to haunt me anytime soon.
So the clown had escaped into the sewer, come up into the courtyard, and then slipped back into the street here. It wasn't much, but it was more than the cops had got.
Yep, met an old guy in the courtyard, saw a man, had the same jacket. Got the telephone of a tailor. Yep, so let's use the phone. Hey, Nicole.
Hello, Nico Coulard.
Hello? It's George.
Ah, oui.
You said to call if I could help.
Have you any news for me?
You bet. I met a witness who spoke to the clown. And I know where the killer gets his suits.
No kidding. Hey, I'm impressed.
You are? Well,
wasn't
what's
easy.
Look, why don't you come here to my apartment later this afternoon?
Fine. Where do you live?
361 Rue Jarry.
Okay, I'll come over.
Are we playing as Nicole now?
I was used to working alone, but I had to admit it felt good with George on the case too. But there were some things I was going to have to do alone, and fast. I needed the answers to some questions. Who was the costume killer? And why did he murder Carchon? Why did Carchon ask for me to interview him? How did he know my father? And why was my editor so scared? There was some kind of secret war going on out there, but who was on which side? One thing I did know. I wasn't going to get the answers sitting at my desk.
All right, time to scour your own apartment for clues.
My first Teddy. Never had a boyfriend as loyal as him.
Nico, you're always talking about boyfriends. Yes, up, Arcuz. Oh, we still have all this stuff in our inventory. Like the photo fragment.
The photograph showed Carchon smiling happily to camera, with a background of burning huts and death.
So that's the teddy. Let's see what else we got. We got the phone, the table. Oh, we got a lot of stuff over here. Yeah, apparently all the French people are just sexy all the time. What can you do? Oh, that changes the music.
It was a photograph of my father, the first one I ever took, with the first camera he ever bought me.
Nice fingers. All right. Frames. Black cat. So that's the door to leave. Oh, there's a chest down here. A footlocker. Oh. And? Oh, okay. So here's the matching elephant. There's a case for it, huh?
The box was carved by my father. It never had a key. The elephant on the lid was a perfect match to Carchon's.
Okay, we'll open it.
The box was one of the few things my father left me. The elephant on the lid was a perfect match to Carchon's.
Game was like, no. Never had a key. Does that mean I just use the hair clip? No? Does it not open? I look different for some reason. I don't know why. I think I should be the same. Never had a key. Well, if I never had a key, And she's not responding to any of these. We're just gonna have to try all of these. Okay, so does it just not open? I have to assume that, like usually in a different video game, I would think that we would like turn this around, you know? All right, had to do it. Yeah, I got a long sleeve shirt on. Is a Henley. I only knew things with like the buttons, but long sleeves were called Henleys like a few years ago. All right, well, and there's nothing else to click on.
The box was one of the few things my father left me. The elephant on the lid was a perfect match to Cochon's.
I wonder if I look at this one.
It was the beautiful elephant my father had carved.
Can I like get a key off of it?
No. 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 No.
Because I don't think we know anything about. All right, maybe we can't do this just yet. That's definitely going to be something, though. Maybe we'll find a key. Is there anything else in here? Nope. That's it. Okay. All right. Well, let's. There's the door out. Check the table again. Oh, big animation.
There wasn't anyone that I needed to call.
All right, let's peace out. All right, so we can go that way. It's probably the way to go. Let's talk to this woman.
Mademoiselle Collard.
Oh, hello there. Don't tell me I'm going to meet a tall, dark man.
No, I don't think so. Why would you say that?
Oh, just a wild guess.
Anyway, your cousin's female and very pretty.
What?
Your cousin from Marseille. How could you forget her so soon? She was only in your apartment yesterday.
Ah, really?
Such a charming young girl.
Isn't she? And in my apartment, you say?
She let herself in, of course. She's got a key.
Suddenly, everything made sense. My apartment had been bugged. That was how Plantard knew all about my article. How did I know? Because the only cousin I have is a sweet little guy called Jean-Marc, who runs a patisserie in Le Touquet. These people were determined, which meant they were also very dangerous.
Uh-huh.
I suppose she'd forgotten which apartment was mine.
Oh, Miss Collard, you're a mind reader. That's just what she said.
Oh, I bet it was. Well, I'd better be going. See what my sweet cousin's been getting up to.
Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Well, that's fascinating information. All right, well, off we go. Oh, we got a map of Paris. God damn. All right, so I can go to the Carchon residence, the cafe, or the street where I live. All right, this is obviously a super accurate map of Paris. Well, I guess I can go back. I mean, I can go back here. I can go back to the cafe. Well, maybe I'm supposed to meet George. So let's go to the cafe.
The door was locked.
There's the phone. Assuming I still don't need to call anyone.
I didn't need to call anyone.
Nope. All right. Oh, wow. They were quick. God damn.
Hello, could I ask you some questions?
That depends. Are you a cop?
No, I'm a journalist.
Bit late, aren't you? They already took away the body.
I'm doing a follow-up on this story.
All right, we got a lot of questions to ask here.
Tell me, are you related to the workman I saw digging the hole?
Don't talk to me about Flobage. Pah!
Okay.
He just won a fortune on the horses and he won't give me a cent.
Well, it's his...
Yeah, George helped that man
When he was
out.
broke, he was happy to touch me for a loan. Brothers should look after each other, he used to say. He's changed his tune, now he's brassed up.
You're doing a fine job.
Damn right I am. You should be writing about me, not that idiot that got blown up.
The heroes who pick up the pieces when disaster strikes.
Exactly.
Well, give me your best smile and maybe I'll put your picture in the article.
Oh, right. Just give me a minute to do my hair.
All right, here we go. Yep, hair's done. It's good stuff. Yep, there you go. Oh, what? Oh, I can go in the cafe. Okay.
Hello?
Yes,
Anyway, you gonna take that picture
I
now?
need to take some more pictures.
of course. My pleasure. Just give me a moment.
Okay, so that ends the conversation. All
Hello?
right. Weird. Weird, but true.
Yes.
Have the police finished with the crime scene?
What does it look like? I got orders to board up the windows, and that's what I'm doing.
So the body's been removed?
I certainly hope so, or it'll stink to high heaven when they take down these boards.
Shouldn't you check?
Are you kidding? They don't pay me enough to put up boards, let alone check for dead bodies.
All right, let's ask him some questions about stuff. Hey, man, you like old pictures?
Do you know this man?
He looks like a nasty piece of work. I had an uncle who was with the fascists, but we never talk about him.
What happened to him?
How should I know? We never talk about him.
Yeah, no, this guy's a real cool customer.
Do you like this clothing?
It's the kind of thing you pick up for a couple of euros at Les Puces de Saint-Ouen.
All right, let's just go down the line. Let's just do it.
You see this ticket?
Are you trying to bribe me?
No.
I don't blame you, of course. Good-looking fella like me.
Would you like this hair clip?
What do you take me for? Some kind of a pervert?
Take a look at this.
I don't like laissez hankies. They scratch my nose.
I can see how that must be a problem for you. Would you recognize this?
That is the key to a safe. A Warrener special, if I'm not mistaken.
Damn, it's pretty good.
What do you think of my shell case?
Are you in
thanks,
the scrap
Windows.
business?
Of course not.
Pity. I've got some rubbish just like that I need to get rid of.
Windows is like, please install your update, PMC. What are you doing? Why aren't you installing the update, PMC?
He wouldn't be interested. Look at this secret message.
Very nice. But it's not secret now, is it? It's just a message.
Yeah, this shell casing has a Windows noise in it. Do you like it?
He wouldn't be interested in a substitution cipher.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
What do you think I am? A plumber?
Yes.
I need to take some more pictures.
Of course. My pleasure. Just give me a moment.
And in we go.
Police had removed the body, but nothing else looked disturbed.
Aha!
A panel had been blown away, revealing a gap. From this angle, I could see that something had been lodged in the gap behind the pipes.
All right, we'll get it.
From this angle,
Oh my God.
I could see that something had been lodged in the gap behind the pipes.
All right, so I can see that from there, but I guess I can't pick it up from here. But I guess that now means I can, yeah, I can get
Behind
over
the
there.
table were some damaged pipes.
Okay, pick up the shiny.
Voila! The police and forensic teams had missed a vital piece of evidence. Some kind of pouch. On the pouch was the cross symbol of Carchon's organization. I was on the right track.
All right, what is this?
On the pouch was the cross symbol of Carchon's organization. Inside the pouch were two items: a strange metallic artifact and a letter in some kind of code.
Oh, not again. Oh, what is this?
The artifact had a sword laid across scales. There was a picture of Lady Justice on the locked panel in the room below the conciergerie.
Oh, do I need to go back below the conciergerie? I don't have access to that, do I?
Another coded message using the same cipher system. So, Plantard was involved with Carchon.
Not again! Oh boy. Correctly match all the symbols, highlight the symbol, then highlight the corresponding letter. Alright, well, here we are, folks. Once more onto the substitution cipher. Oh boy. Alright. Well, this is a single character alone. Am I blind? Wait, what? Oh, is that actually not part of the letter? Okay. Oh. Maybe that's not it then. Oh boy. Well, now I'm confused because of this. Yeah, it could be something else. It could be a contraction, maybe. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, this could also be assigning as somebody. Did we have a name before? So it could be, yeah, it could be, well, I wasn't sure if this was a space or not, you know? So it could be, yeah, it could be possessive. I had Arno and Yamada, but this is a six character name. Oh, wait, Yamada. I guess that could be it. Well, no, it can't be it because these aren't the same characters. Right? You would have three of the same character if it was signed Yamada. I was just thinking, because like it could be signing, you know, with the name, but now that could be nah, because it's not. I was gonna say maybe this could be Plantard because it's the right number of characters, but you don't have the repeating things. Well, I should probably just start trying stuff then. All right. Well, if we go with that as a T or an S, let's say it's possessive. If we do that, that could be fine. Yeah, just try one exactly. Lots of possible words there. You think it might be Plantard? Wait, P-L-A. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah, I'm stupid. Those are the A's. Duh. All right, well, if that's Plantard, then we can just fill in all those letters and see what happens. What is this, me failing to recognize that Plantard would fit in there? Is that the clip? Look, sometimes it's hard to remember where letters are, all right? The struggle is real. Okay. Does this all look fine? Yeah, so this must be Pierre then. And now we'll make that E. Pierre killed. Murderer. Yeah. Yep, so that's murderer. Oh, no, wait. All right. Oh, Imelda. Oh, Imelda. Imelda was in on it. Okay, that's funny. All right. Murderer must have... that must be have, probably. Let's say have. Yeah, that seems right. Vigilant. I think that, I mean, obviously I think these, like, the sliding puzzles and the cipher puzzles are clearly, like, additions for the director's cut. I think here's the thing, like, the possibility space has been small enough that the weird things, like giving the newspaper to the guy so he would leave to go horse betting so I could take the manhole cover. As far as I know, the only thing I have read about this game that is, like, very difficult is that there is a puzzle that involves a goat and has timing when, like, no other puzzle in the game has timing. I know about that because I watched this game once years ago, so I know about the goat. I am aware of the goat. But other than that, I don't think this game really has anything too bad in it. Anyway, from... Followed Arno and Yamada. He will come for us. We must be vigilant.
Plantard. Pierre killed. Murderer must have followed trail from Arno and Yamada. He will come for us now. We must be vigilant. Thierry's girl broke into Pierre's safe. She worried me. Imelda. So much for Imelda's innocence. Plantard was working for her and for Canchon. But why did Plantard want to meet? Was it a trap? Or maybe he was in too deep and needed me to tell a story, whatever the story was. One thing was clear. It was a story worth killing for.
There you go. Yeah, apparently, I mean, the Go puzzle is so infamous. I'm pretty sure it's in, like, the Wikipedia page for Broken Sword. And again, because, yeah, exactly as Overkill said, it was a mechanic. Is it not in the Wikipedia page? It has its own Wikipedia. Okay, my bad. The Go puzzle is so infamous that it is unto itself its own Wikipedia page. But again, it's not so much that the Go puzzle is bad. It's just that it is towards the end of a game in which nothing else works quite on the same level.
There was nothing of interest beyond some bloody debris.
All right, well, I think that's what we needed from here. That doesn't mean that we have some interesting stuff to say to Imelda, though. I think that's what we needed, right? Because we moved the mirror, because George is an idiot. Or a genius. Hard to say.
Hey, what about my photos?
Oh, of course. How could I forget?
Well, I'm waiting. Get your camera out.
Camera. Oh, I forgot. It broke.
Hello. They should never send a woman to do a man's job.
Well, this woman had fooled him easily enough and found the evidence the police had missed.
I mean, yeah. Yes.
There was nothing I could do. The workman had everything.
I see. Has everyone now read about the goat puzzle? Or, oh no, you're responding to the game. I just like the idea that this game has an infamous goat puzzle. Something about that is very charming to me. Well, I think we're probably done in this area.
The strange metal artifact
Okay.
I found in Plantard's pouch had pointed back to the quayside.
Mm-hmm. Goat tier, greatest of all time. You want to be surprised by the goat puzzle? All right, I won't say anything more. I think the only thing I said is that the reason it is infamous is also because it involves a mechanic that the game does not tell you about and has not been used in the game otherwise. Which is to say time. Time is real and it can hurt you. All right, I guess I'm just going into, oh yeah, that's right. Because it's the thing. Yeah, it's the thing. The thing with the stuff. Oh, do I need to do all the stuff again? Can I just open it?
The slab was too heavy.
Ah, fine. All right. Bump. So what you're saying is that you need to have a clock on screen at all times. The reverse casino experience. I didn't pick up the shell casing. Rubber duck. I'm trying to think of.
Plantard's key fitted the lock. So
Did
he
it?
must have used this place too.
Does Full Throttle have one?
A photograph had been torn up.
Oh. Oh yeah, I think like everything in Gabriel Knight 3 doesn't make any fucking sense. But yeah, no, I think a cat and a mustache in Gabriel Knight. Oh, is that 1 or 3? I think it's 1. 3 is confusing because 3 is has the most bizarre interface of all time. Which must be arranged in the correct position. To move a fragment, move the mouse pointer over it. When the pointer turns to a hand, click on it, press the mouse and drag it. Okay. Whole of the photograph fits within the available space. Well, I'm glad they're all oriented the right direction. I don't have to rotate them.
Oh my god. It can't be.
Yes, it can. All right, well, let's put that over there. Put that up there. All right, well, this is... Oh, wait, is this both parts of the photograph? Oh, well, obviously we'll start with the face. Uh-huh. Can't tell if that's right. Seems kind of sus to me. It's her father! Maniac Mansion is all one nonsensical puzzle chain. I mean, sometimes that can be satisfying, though. Oh, yeah, give me a drink. God, that's... Town of No Name is a majestic experience. All right, there we go. I think your father hung out with fascists. Have I played... So the only Monkey Island I've played is Tales of Monkey Island, which, I mean, some people might not even consider a real Monkey Island game, I guess, if you're a LucasArts purist, but I've not played... I am interested in playing 3 and 4.
There was no doubt about it. It was a picture of my father.
All right.
Papa, oh God. After what I'd gone through, I thought I could face anything, but not this. My father, the one person in the whole world who I truly admired, standing with Crachon while those murderers carried on with their evil work. My father, grinning at the camera. I couldn't believe it. I realized that I desperately needed to get to the bottom of this story, and that I really needed George.
All right, I guess that was what we needed. So is George going to be here? Are we going to get control of George again? George is reliable, for sure. Oh, it's George. Hey, ma'am.
Oh, hi.
Bonjour, monsieur. Would you like me to foretell your future?
Yes, please.
No thanks.
I'm very good. It only takes a minute.
Thanks all the same, but I'm not superstitious. Besides, if it only takes a minute, that's not much of a future to look forward to. Do you know a young woman called Nicole Collard?
Yes, I do. She lives upstairs from me in the apartment block across the street. The door isn't locked, but you'll need to give it a gentle nudge. It sticks, you see, because of the damp. The landlord said he'd fix it before winter sets in. He's been saying that for 3 years.
Landlords. Shaking my head.
How long has Mademoiselle Collard lived here?
A few months. She's in for a shock when the cold weather comes. Drafty windows, insufficient heating. It's a struggle to keep warm. The only reason I stay is because the rent is cheap. Your young lady, she deserves better.
My young lady?
I thought Mademoiselle Collard was a successful photographer.
Not as successful as she makes out for all her fine clothes. Oh, I've heard her crying herself to sleep at night.
That's awful.
Now don't you let on that I've told you. She's proud, that one. Too proud, if you ask me.
I mean, that dude could be a vampire hunting cyclist. And that's why... No, wait, that would be Garlic. Ah, damn. All right, he's in trouble then. Someone better tell him.
Have you seen anyone out here watching Mademoiselle Collard's apartment?
Yes, I have. A strange man. Tall and thin as a broomstick. He kept his face hidden. But I saw his eyes peering from evil little slits.
How was he dressed?
A long brown raincoat with a hat.
Or like Humphrey Bogart?
Yes, but he didn't have Bogart's charisma. Besides, this guy looked like he needed a toilet. You never saw Bogart clenching his buttocks like that.
Okay.
Is there anything else you can tell me about Mademoiselle Collard?
No, monsieur.
Are the flowers for sale?
Oui, monsieur.
Okay. I'll take a bunch of those white ones.
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
No?
They are lilies, monsieur. Some people associate them with...
Well, why do you sell them then?
Thanks for telling me. What other flowers do you have?
Dahlias?
What do they signify?
Insecurity?
I don't want to give her the wrong idea about me. What about the tall yellow ones?
Those are iris, the flame of passion.
And the little yellow ones?
Sensuality.
Well, they're no use to me. I want to make an impression, not jump down her throat.
George.
I've changed my mind. Will you tell my fortune?
You're going on a long journey.
My, oh my. What a surprise. Can you tell me anything I don't already know? How does this fortune-telling routine work?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be selling flowers for a living.
Haven't you ever wondered why you were blessed with the gift?
Well, it's a bit like satellite television, I suppose. Some of us are born with a built-in receiver dish. I just happen to be one of the lucky ones.
Can you really foretell the future?
Only time will tell, monsieur. The strange thing is, I can't seem to see myself in the future. Other people, I have no problem. But when I try to see what might happen to me, nothing.
That must be scary.
Maybe. I figure it's a kind of natural safety mechanism. Either that, or I don't have a future.
Would you like to remove some manhole covers?
What do you make of this tool?
Is it something a dentist would use?
Yes.
No, it's for raising manhole covers.
Formidable.
Do you recognize this nose?
No, monsieur.
Oh. Would you like a used tissue?
What can you tell me about this tissue?
Nothing.
What can you tell me about this material?
It's a very expensive piece of cloth, monsieur.
Alright, well, I guess that's that.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
Alright, let's go say hi to Nico.
Remembering the flower seller's advice, I pushed the door gently just above the lock. Boop. Hi.
Bonjour. I'm glad you could make it, monsieur.
Please, call me George.
Fine. I'm Nicole. Take a seat, George.
Same. I'm very much the same, Stens. I want to know.
Bien? And what have you been up to?
I've been exploring the sewers underneath the cafe.
I thought I could smell something bad.
The clown used the sewer to escape and to change out of his costume. I guess he was in a hurry. He left his jacket behind.
And?
I got his tailor's phone number.
You had better luck than I did.
Luck, she said. Luck. Hard work, I'd call it. What happened?
My editor told me to drop this story. Can you believe it?
But you're not going to do that.
Oh no. I'm going to find out what's behind these killings. It just doesn't add up. It almost feels like some sort of conspiracy. The police in 3 different countries have kept very quiet about the murders. The press don't connect them at all. They blame them on political, religious, or militant minority extremists.
Well, that covers just about everyone. Tell me more about yourself.
There's nothing much to tell.
Well, how'd you get into photography?
I guess I owe that to my father. He bought me my first camera. I was 8, and my parents had just split up.
Did you live with your father?
Yes. My mother went off with her new boyfriend. I didn't mind. Papa was all I needed. 4 years later, he died in a plane crash.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right. I don't mind talking about him. He was more like an older brother, really. Always joking and laughing. Papa always wanted me to study art. That's why I went to college.
Did you learn about photography at college?
God, no. I couldn't afford the materials. We were billed for everything we used. Paint, canvas, paper. Most of my year turned to...
George does love his hot
It was
takes.
cheaper. I used to go poaching in the park for squirrel hair. The only time I wasn't hungry was the term I did printing. I used to eat the potatoes.
You're making fun of me, aren't you?
Oh, no.
Why are those two investigating? So I think it was George met Nico outside the cafe. After we went inside the cafe, and then we exited with George, and Nico was there. Because remember, Nico was supposed to meet Plantard at the cafe, but by the time Nico arrived at the cafe, Plantard had already been killed by the costume killer. So that's how they ran into each other.
Tell me more about the clown's previous victims.
The first was Arnaud Bellotta, the millionaire pharmaceutical baron. He made his money from amphetamines in the post-war slimming and diet boom. Imagine it, millions of housewives...
George is just a busybody. That's really...
The only witness in the case was his Filipino au pair. She swears he was lured to his death by a snowman.
What about the clown's second victim?
Yamada, the controversial Japanese politician. He inherited his fortune from his father's electrochemical consortium.
How did he die?
At the hands, or should I say flippers, of a giant emperor penguin.
A snowman, a penguin, and now a clown.
I had been about to add mine to the list, but stopped myself. I really didn't want to have to explain to George about my father's involvement with Cauchon.
You know, I hate to admit it, but this is scary. And I'll tell you this, I will not be accepting any invitations to costume parties.
Too late.
I don't blame you for being scared. I am too. But this story could be my only chance for a big break.
Or an early death.
Or to discover about your father. Would you like a manhole cover lifter?
This is the tool I used to get into the sewers.
Fascinating, George.
You're not interested, are you?
Oh, of course I am. I think it was very brave of you to go down those sewers.
Yeah? Well, it was kind of scary, but, well, I had a job to do. I found this false nose in the sewer.
Hey, what's this inside it?
The contents of someone's nose?
Don't be cross, George. It says La Risée du Monde. Masks and costumes. It's a costume shop near the Gare Saint-Lazare.
I'll check it out. Maybe the owner remembers who hired the clown costume.
Or lead. Follow your... I always say, when you're trying to find a clue, you should follow your nose. And that's a nose that we have.
I found this tissue down the sewer.
That's disgusting, George.
No. I think the stuff on it is grease paint, like actors use, or clowns.
It's still disgusting. Get rid of it.
I found a piece of material near the cafe. When I showed it to the concierge, he recognized it right away.
It's very distinctive, all right. Just wait until you see this. I developed the film I shot at the cafe. Here, George, it's an enlargement I made.
Early death?
Look what
Fine.
that guy's wearing.
Dirty tissue?
Check
No.
my pants. The same material as I found in the sewer.
That's right. This guy shouldn't be difficult to find.
Oh no?
Take a close look at his right cheek.
A scar in the shape of a horseshoe.
Or a crescent moon.
That dude looks mad as hell.
How come you enlarged this photograph of me?
Because I noticed the guy behind you, of course.
You wanted a close-up of me? Fine.
I have to go.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Oh, alright. Anyway, I think that is going to be it for today. I'm gonna go ahead and make a save game. Big success. Confirm.